Foundation, ladies and gentlemen. Yesterday afternoon around 4, as I was going through my emails, came a flash news from our iBank. Already this year, our iBank harvested 5,000 corneas. A target never achieved by anybody in India until date. That's what made our iBank the biggest in India and one of the 5 biggest in the world. That's what made our corneal transplantation center here in Hyderabad the biggest cornea center in the world, not in India. That is very special because of one reason. When I started here 29 years ago, returning from the US, everybody told me, Nag, forget about cornea now. In India, nobody donates corneas. You concentrate on cataract. But we went against that advice, started our own program of eye banking, and today, at the end of 26 years of that eye bank, we have reached this stage. Our vision is, by 2020, this will be the biggest eye bank in the world. And in that effort, we have begun to work with the government of Telangana to set up a Telangana eye banking initiative to make it the #1 state in the country in eye banking. Just last month, we have seen a newborn baby brought to us from a remote rural area. Infection in one eye, cornea damaged already, late stage, and we had to do a corneal transplantation for that baby. Without that procedure, that baby would have led a life of perhaps misery. Even though the other eye is normal, she could have the risk of the other eye getting into trouble. She would also have the problem of depth perception, etc. Prior to that, during the year, we have operated on more than 2,000 people for corneal transplantation. These belong to both genders, of all ages, from all parts of India and the neighboring countries. And we have the privilege of one of the best cornea teams in the world, taking care of these most difficult problems. Our cornea services are not limited to just transplantation. I was telling to Jim Roy, one of the members of the Kohli team, that transplantation is a small segment of the cornea care. It's the early diagnosis, medical treatment, other aspects of surgical endeavor, contact lens fitting, refractive surgery, multiple components all together constitute the transplantation system. And over this past quarter century, we had developed the most comprehensive corneal transplantation system in the world. And there again, the credit goes to the team members. People who are young, bright, who came to us as trainees initially, stayed on. Literally from Kashmir to Kanyakumari are represented on our faculty. We are not an institute of just Hyderabad, but, next slide, that is LV Prasad. We are a global institute with linkages all across India and all over the world. We get patients from all over the world. We get trainees from all over the world. We collaborate in research. All this has happened because of the support we received from a number of generous individuals and organizations from around the world. To all of them, we are greatly indebted. On behalf of the millions of people who have benefited from these services, again, we thank all of them. Without that kind of support, whatever ideas we may have, they would never come to fruition. And today, with Mr. Kohli's commitment to take us to the next level, we are going to scale up in volume, and we are going to go deeper. So our enhancement will be both in numbers and depth. We are going to take care of more people directly, many more people indirectly through our training programs and capacity building programs around the world, and through research and cutting edge work in that area and innovation, touch many more millions. Our idea is to impact at least half of the corneal blind in the world by the year 2025, 10 years from now, through the Tej Kohli Cornea Institute. And I have no doubt, with the kind of team that we have and the support we are getting today, that this will be a success. Without question, we are moving forwards, we will succeed, and we will certainly do our very best to achieve that. As I think about it, I am reminded of a quote by a very famous American philanthropist, an ophthalmologist who then became a went into music business, Dr. Jules Stein. He said, "The deepest gratitude will never be expressed, nor can it be. It will be found in the eyes of those who live after us, not fearing the loss of that vision, enjoying the visual beauties of life, and who may say, in a silent appreciation of the magnificent gift, it is beautiful to see." Tej, with your commitment, you are going to make that difference to millions of people around the world in the years to come, born and yet unborn. Thank you so much. Down, I'd like to tell you all this effort. The funding is available. Sorry?
Before you step down from the podium is what
Yeah. Step down from the podium. Yeah, that's right. All this effort and the money will not work if we don't have proper leadership. And it's my pleasure to introduce the first designated director of the Tej Kohli Cornea Institute, a person who has had his education in Bangalore, Guntur, L.V. Prasad, and the world-famous Bascom Palmer Institute of Miami, which has been ranked #1 for 10 consecutive years in that country, Praveen Krishna. Praveen will now come and present to us the vision for the Tej Kohli Cornea Institute. Thank you all so much again.